This is infuriating. Now, I understand. Fundamentally, I won't be affected, but my sisters and my eventual daughters will be. All because of mentally deranged sexual perverts have to insert themselves everywhere. This is ridiculous. And guess what? 150,000 young girls agree with me. They're looking around at the landscape around them and realizing this isn't fair, because it's not. These are biological men who have lived in male bodies with testosterone and bone density and all the physical advantages males have are now dominating women's sports, all the way down to the youth levels. So women are finally stepping up, and not grown women, but young women are seeing through the mirage, and they're signing a petition and saying, no more. Now, this petition was started by Yesenia Soul. Now, she's a junior track runner at Bloomfield High School in Connecticut. She lost a chance to compete at her state championships, which would have been the highlight of her young athletic life, and not just that, her high school life, because 2 biological trans males took first and second place, and she placed 8th, which if they take the top 6 competitors, she would have gone to her state championship.
Selena Soul is a Connecticut high school track athlete. This year, she failed to qualify for the New England Regionals in the 55-meter dash by 2 spots. Turns out 2 of the competitors who beat her, though, were biological males who were able to enter the race because they identify as transgender.
This would have been such a good moment for her, right? She spent years of her life training, practicing, just for a chance to go to the state championship, and that's ripped away from her because of these sexual perverts. That's what it is. They're mentally deranged and they're sexual perverts. She described the environment in which she has to compete with as just not competitive. It's being dominated by transgender athletes that leave no chance for regular women to win.
I came 8th place, and the top 6 qualify for the regional New England meet. And if those 2 athletes weren't competing, then I would have been the 6th girl and I would have moved on and advanced.
And this is not just track and field. This is every sport: wrestling, boxing, MMA, cycling, you name it. Women just can't compete with biological men. It's just the testosterone, the way our bodies are built. It just gives you such a competitive advantage that young girls and even women are losing out. They're losing a chance to attain athletic competency, which is such a brilliant gift to give to a young person, and we're stealing it away by allowing transgender athletes to dominate these sports. And guess what? If they speak out about it, or if we speak out about it, we're bigots. We will be criticized and will be accused of everything you can imagine, right? You could say transphobe, homophobe, or bigot again. Everything you can imagine they'll accuse us of, because we're not completely beholden to this dangerous liberal ideology that seeks to disenfranchise young women and ruin their athletic opportunities.
To underscore the inequity here, I want to highlight the fact one of these male athletes now holds 10 records inside the state of Connecticut that were once held by 10 individual girls and were established over the course of about a 20-year period.
Liberalism has created a world in which the most obvious, non-controversial biological realities visible to mankind are rendered politically incorrect and to be ignored, even if that means devastating the very notion of women's sports. This is ridiculous. It has to stop. Thank you for listening. Make sure to subscribe. Let's keep the battle going.